All right, good morning and welcome to this Wednesday active flow and breathwork class, which actually today is going to be a very active
Good
breathwork
morning.
class. And so, if you will please avail yourself of anything that you need to support yourself in your practice today. So, remember that you are in the privacy of your own space by design, and that our first guiding principle is support precedes action, and that your only requirement is to be present and to breathe. Now, fortunately, today we are going to do a lot of breathing, so you'll be right in your requirement space. Today's practice is going to be the Kriya for the lungs and a preparation for meditation. It is the January morning practice. One of the suggestions is that you adopt a practice and do it for an extended period of time, 7, 14, 21, or 30 days, so that you can feel into the enhanced benefit of repetition and prolonged and repeated exposure to the practice. And so this is the practice that a community that I am a member of has been doing for the month of January, and I'm going to share that with you. We'll be here about 45 minutes once we get started. So again, if you're not used to being seated for 45 minutes in a cross-legged posture, please think about availing yourself of a chair for support. Also, if I forget to mention to change your legs, switch as you need to in order to increase your support, remember to do that. Take care of yourself. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Do what is right for you. At any time in these postures, in these practices, if you feel like you're overdoing it, then that is an indication for you to stop and to reset and to just join back in when you're ready. Modify at any time, take any alternate at any time, adjust as you need to at any time. We'll be in dynamic movement, and then we'll be in a couple of clearing breaths, and then we'll move right into another dynamic movement. It's a pretty dynamic practice. So for the lungs, we're going to excite the lungs and energize the lungs, energize the torso, raise a lot of energy in the lung area. And then we'll come into our meditation, and then we'll move into a guided rest. So again, let us get started. We'll start by landing, raising gratitude, and setting our intention. So come into a supported posture, whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like for you. Find yourself here and feel into the supports that are available to you in that posture by feeling into the connection that you have to the earth or to the mat or to the cushion or to the chair. Any part of your body that's touching something. Feel that physical sensation of connection and touch, and root in at those places. Bring your awareness to those places and imagine you could extend roots, holding you in place. So as you root down, I invite you to lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. Tuck the chin slightly, experiment with that to feel the back of the neck release so that you can feel the entirety of the spine from the base to the crown. And then notice what happens in your body as the spine elongates and aligns. And then come into the present moment by turning your attention to your breath. Begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Follow the inhale all the way in, down into the body cavity, front, back, and sides. No stress, strain, or overexertion. Just breathing in, allowing the breath to arrive. Following it in, and then allowing the breath to leave. And following it out. Emptying completely on the exhale, releasing all that is no longer needed. Holding your awareness right there as the next inhale appears just when it is needed underneath the nasal passages. Following that inhale in. Sitting and breathing and knowing that you're sitting and breathing. And holding your awareness on your breath on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. Maybe the left hand over the heart, the right hand over the left, hands in prayer. And then feeling into your heart space, allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Any one thing for which you're grateful, maybe today just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye and then anchor that right there at your heart space. And then finally, before we start today, I'll invite you, if you choose, to set an intention for your practice. Perhaps a simple intention to just keep your gratitude anchored or to be right there at the beginning of each inhale. And whatever your intention is, take this time to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And then listen as the echoes of your intention reverberate in your being. As you take your next full inhale, and as you exhale, if you choose to allow your chin to drop toward your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention, as I say, Namo, Namaste. And then lift the chin, release the hands, adjust your posture as necessary to be supported in this seated posture as we begin our first movement. Our first movement will be bring the palms together, thumbs touching, fingers touching, palms touching. The arms will extend over the head, extending biceps by the ears, and we're simply going to start pursing the lips and then whistling. Now, if you cannot whistle, if you're like me and you're whistling challenge, you're just going to do your best to imitate a whistle in this inhale and exhale through the mouth. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. In and out through the pursed lips. Whistling sound may occur, may not. Now, in these postures, the body is very still. The awareness is on the breath, in this case, in the mouth. And the focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed, or at the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrowed and not focused. So if you're not comfortable closing your clothes, just narrow your focus, unhinge your gaze, if you will, and just focus on something not moving just beyond the tip of your nose. Breathing in and knowing that you're breathing in. Finding your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Now, in all these practices, listen to your body. Do what is right for you. Honor the wisdom of your body. No need to overdo anything. We're just being present. Modify as you need to. If you need a break, take a break. If not, just stay with your practice. Notice what happens in your mind when you have a little challenge. Maybe you're not used to having your arms up. Maybe your arms are starting to talk to you. Maybe you just realize, oh, my arms are just talking to me. Maybe you put your arms down if you need to. It doesn't matter. Just do the best you can. It is your practice. Stay with this. You got this. 30 more seconds. Take a full inhale. Gently retain this breath while lifting. Stretch up. Reach up through the fingertips. Extend through the biceps. Lift at the base of the spine. Be very still as you lift. Gently retaining. And then when you are ready, slowly let the hands float down as if through the ether. Touch the ground or the chair, and then bring your palms to your palms up, back of your hands on your knees, thumb and forefinger together. Let your energy settle. Let your consciousness settle. Let your breath settle. Take a full inhale and notice what's shifted for you. One simple movement, see what's changed in you. A full inhale here. a complete exhale. Our next movement, you're going to interlace the fingers and turn the palms outward. Bring the back of the palms toward the heart. This is the exhale posture. On the inhale, you're going to extend the arms straight out in front of your heart. Breathing in and out through the nostrils here. Inhaling out, exhaling back. Now again, in all these movements, you're going to find your rhythm, your pace, your breath in your practice. So find yourself. Your breath may be very different than mine. That's fine. It's absolutely as it's supposed to be. We breathe the same air, but not in the same manner. So be with your breath. Inhaling out, exhaling back. Powerful breath in and out through the nostrils. Charging the heart here, filling the lungs, emptying the lungs, energizing the heart space, the torso. Simple movement, simple practice, just breathing. Right now we're going to adjust a little bit. So pay attention. As you inhale out, then gently retain the breath while you bring the arms up overhead. Bring the arms back down in front of the heart, and then exhale, bring the back of the palms to the heart. Inhale, retain as we move up, down, exhale back. Again, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Body very still, except for the arms moving. Awareness on the breath in the nostrils. Focus at the brow point or at the tip of the nose. Stay focused. You got this. 30 more seconds. Inhale up. Press the palms toward the ceiling. Stretch through the biceps. Lift at the base of the spine. Gently retain the breath. Lift, stretch. And as you're ready, release the arms down, touch the earth, then bring the back of the palms to the knees, thumb and forefinger together. Again, let everything settle. Notice what shifted for you. Notice your experience. Be present in awareness. This is you utilizing the tools of breath and mindful movement to modify and change your emotional regulation, your mind state. Our next one is a vigorous, so we're going to inhale, the arms are going to come out at like a 60-degree angle. So for me, that's like toward the corners of my room. So not wide open, not out in front, but straight at an angle. On the inhale, the palms open, the chest expands, the heart opens. We're charging the lungs full. Inhaling through the nose. Gently retaining as you exhale. Make fists and bring your fists together in front of your chest as if you're pulling cables, if you know that cable pull move. And then when your fists come to your chest, you'll exhale forcefully in a cannon breath through the mouth. emptying completely. So that practice, full inhale, cable pull back to the chest, cannon breath exhale, letting everything go. So we energize, and then we retain, and then we release. And we're working to feel into what we're holding within us, right? This is a great exercise to remove tension, resentment, anger. If we're stuck in a particular state, it's a great place to just let it go when you get. So you fill up and open up and see what's there, and then you bring it all back and let it go. Full inhales, complete exhales. Be fully engaged here in your practice. Bring yourself fully to yourself. Now, no need to over effort. Our work is to find the steady, sure center with full engagement, fully present, fully aware, fully released, steady and sure. In your practice, be very much engaged with what's happening for you. Feel into where you are holding and what it is you're holding. And see if you can't release it and let it go. Stay with this 30 more seconds. Last one. As you come back in, let it all go. Release your hands to your knees, palms up, thumb and forefinger together. Let your consciousness settle. Let your energy settle. Let your breath settle. Full inhale. Complete exhale. All right, next move, we're going to bring interlace the fingers again, turn the palms up, arms overhead. This is the inhale, arms up, we're breathing in and out through the nostrils. On the exhale, we just simply bring the back of the palms slightly behind the crown of the head. Don't overdo it here. It's just a simple movement. Inhale up, exhale down. So your chin will be tucked slightly, if you're like me, in order to create the space for your arms and hands to be slightly behind the crown of your head. You'll find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Again, body still except for the hands moving. Awareness on the breath in the nostrils. Focus at the brow point. Now, maybe you feel into adding a little bit of diaphragmatic movement on that exhale, pulling the diaphragm back and down, belly button toward the spine. When you release the diaphragm, the inhale will come. Maybe not. If you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please don't pump the diaphragm. Just be in long, deep breaths. Full inhales and complete exhales, whatever your pace. And remember, the inhale and the exhale are always equal in volume, intensity, and duration. We're equalizing the breath here. Inhale up. Gently retain while lifting. Extend, press the palms to the ceiling. Reach, reach. Lift at the base, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Reach. And exhale, release the arms down. Palms up, thumb and forefinger together. Breathing. Full inhale here. Complete exhale. Our next movement, palms will come together, and this time you may cross the thumb over to support you. The arms go up. Again, biceps frame the ears. And again, the movement here is very simple. We're breathing in and out through the nostrils. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Little corkscrew motion. I think of this as corkscrewing into the divine. Breathing in on the left, out on the right. Again, finding your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Full inhale, complete exhale. Staying long. You can think of this also as an antenna. You're just formulating an antenna. You're trying to connect to that current, that circuit, that frequency comes from above. You're acting as a channel between the divine above and the earth below. Just breathing in and out. Just breathing, being present. The head is neutral and just moves as the spine moves. The elbows are leading probably. You're feeling into this little twist, this little corkscrewing action. Inhale up. Stretch and reach through the fingertips. Get long through the biceps. Lift at the base of the spine. And when you're ready, exhale, release the arms down. Palms up. Thumb and forefinger together. A full inhale here. Notice where you're energized. Notice where your mind tends to go. Notice your own experience. Be present with yourself. All right. We have one more in this Kriya for the lungs. Bring the elbows up and then interlace the fingers. Now notice the elbows stay parallel to the floor and up. The hands are at the heart. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. On the inhale, the hands and elbows will rise to the third eye level, brow point. On the exhale, hands and elbows will lower back down to the heart. So the elbows stay lifted. We're not flopping like chicken wings. We're lifting. All right. Again, heart to the third eye. Inhale up. Exhale down again. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Again, you are in the mood to add a little diaphragmatic effect. You can engage the diaphragm on the exhale, pumping the belly to raise that heat up into the heart space, energizing the lungs from below and from above here. Again, find your rhythm. your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhale to the heart. Gently retain the breath while lifting at the base of the spine, the pelvic bowl, the heart. Tuck the chin, relax the shoulders, be very present, be very still. Feel everything settle into that torso, into that heart space, into that lung, the free. Feel how your lungs feel right now, and then release, exhale. Bring your hands down to your knees, palms up, thumb and forefinger together. Notice your experience. Feel into the shift that may have occurred in your mind states, in your emotional regulation, in your whole being from the time we started to here. Kriya for the lungs. We're now going to add a few more movements to finish out our practice today in preparation for meditation. So your arms will come out from the shoulders, fold at the elbows, and bring the forefingers into the front of the shoulder, hook the thumb behind the shoulder. This will lock your torso in place, relax the neck. And then we're simply going to do spinal twisting here. So inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. And again, don't overdo it, don't overthink it, gentle twisting, but the full length of the spine is twisting here. So you feel your fixed hips in the seat or the cushion, and then you're letting the head just roll with the shoulders because the head sits atop the spine and we're twisting the spine. Inhaling left, exhaling right, in and out through the nostrils. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhale to center. Gently lift at the base of the spine, the pelvic bowl, and the heart. Retain the breath gently. Be very still. As you're ready, release the hands down to the knees, palms up, thumb and forefinger together. Allow the breath. Allow the settling. Now we're going to breathe a vertical spine this way. Bring the hands to the knees, palms down. On the inhale, we're going to gently lift the shoulders toward the ears. Now, the tendency here is to scrunch in the back of the neck, so please try to avoid that tendency. Simply lift the shoulders. So the shoulder blades will ride up the spine. The shoulders will rise toward the ears on the inhale. And on the exhale, the shoulders will release back down. In and out through the nostrils. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Gently nudging energy up and down the spine in a vertical fashion. So we just did the twisting to open up the spine. Now we're moving up and down the spine, feeling into a little vertical movement. Mindful of the breath, mindful movement. Active breath, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. think about introducing the concept of smooth into this. So that of us like to jam our shoulders up into our knees and then drop them down and let them crash. See if we can introduce the idea of smooth here. Notice what happens to your practice as you introduce the idea of smooth. Inhale up, gently retain. Lift at the base of the spine, the pelvic bowl of the heart. Tuck the chin. Now the shoulders are up, but see if you can relax them even though they're up. Feel yourself centering here. And then release. Back of the palms to the knee, thumb and forefinger together. Settling in. We have one more movement in this practice before we move into our meditation. Now, I know I didn't mention it, but I think I mentioned at the beginning, if you're, if you need to switch your legs or, adjust yourself to be supported and comfortable, please do that. Please take care of yourself. Our next movement, hands will come to the shins unless you're in a chair, in which case your hands will be on your knees. And we're simply going to do seated cow-cat. So on the inhale, the seated cow, the lower spine, the lumbar spine will arch forward. The pelvic bowl will tilt up. Heart will come forward, the lower spine will arch, maybe slightly, maybe just a little bit, maybe just a suggestion of arching. And on the exhale, we'll just round that lower spine. So it's an in and out through the nostrils again, and then flexing and rounding or arching and rounding the spine, flexion and inflection in the spine. So we twisted with the spine and we move some vertical up and down with the spine, and now we're arching and flexing. So we're freeing up all that space in between the vertebra, allowing energy to flow up and down the spine here. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Again, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Focus on the spine, especially the lower part of the spine. Just see what little bit of movement you can get there. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Just do the best you can. Our last dynamic movement. So just be with yourself here for this last little bit. Your next inhale, lift. And then gently retain the breath while lifting at the base of the spine, the pelvic bowl, and at the heart. And then release. Now, take a moment again to adjust your posture. We're going to be in a seated meditation for the next several minutes. So adjust yourself if you need to. Maybe switch the cross of your legs. Recenter your sits bones. And then bring your palms together. So your back of your right palm is into the left palm, and the thumbs will touch. And then you're just going to let your hands drop into your lap, lengthen through the crown, root down into the base of the spine. Now, if you have a blanket or a shawl or a shirt that you want to help yourself with a little bit of more support for this particular posture, feel free to do that. And then settle in. Just allow the breath to come and go and find your centered, steady space. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so, or narrow your gaze. Focus on something not moving beyond the tip of your nose. Let the breath come and go without any shaping. And then we're going to add a mantra here. So the mantra is on the inhale. You'll simply say the word Sat. SAT SAT, which means truth. So if you're more comfortable with the English translation, just say truth. Just rides on the inhale. And on the exhale, we'll say the word nam, N-A-M, nam. And again, if you're more comfortable with the English translation, that is name or identity. Inhaling sat or truth. Exhaling nam or name. And the object of the mantra is to give your mind something to focus on so that it's not following its normal channels of distraction, and just be in the sound and the vibration of the word that you are inhaling and the word that you are exhaling. Riding on the breath silently to yourself. Just feel how that rides in. The body is very still, and we're just settling into our space. And we're going to be here for a couple minutes. I'm just going to move into silence here. We'll all just be breathing in the word that we're breathing in, and breathing out the word that we're breathing out. As you next exhale, let the mantra go. And in holding your meditative state, holding your awareness, holding this stillness, gently bring yourselves down onto your back. on your mat for your guided rest. Come lying down on your back. Allow the full back side of your body to be supported. Let your toes fall open. Take your heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Bring your palms down by your hips, palms up. Lengthen through your crown. And then imagine you could pull down on your side ribs so that you feel the lower part of your spine supported on the mat. And then release, let go. Take a moment here, if you like, to provide yourself with any additional support you may want for your guided rest. Maybe you have an eye cloth for your eyes. Maybe you have a shirt or a blanket or a shawl for your body. Maybe you have a bolster for your knees. Whatever it is that will provide you maybe even 1% more support. Take a moment to ensure to bring that to bear, and then allow yourself to let go. Let go, be done. You're done. Release and be done. Allow yourself to rest. Release any analysis of the practice, any conversation, condemnation, competition, conversation. Just let everything go and just feel the entire backside of your body supported. Feel yourself held by gravity, comforted in your own space. Allow yourself the freedom to be grateful for this opportunity to rest. And then allow rest. Now, if you find that your mind is very challenged by stillness and rest and just simply needs to go somewhere and do something, then perhaps I invite you to suggest to your mind that it simply track your being from top of the head to the soles of the feet. And you're just simply bringing awareness, starting at the crown of the head and moving down through the body, just bringing awareness. You're looking for any areas of tightness, constriction, contraction. And you're just looking. It's just a track or a scan. No need to do anything. No need to take any action. No need to modify or adjust. Just be aware with curiosity. Oh, there's a little tightness there, or there, or there. Just an awareness, body awareness. Be aware of yourself and your experience in this moment, in your space. Just noticing, moving on, allowing yourself to be. And we will continue here in silence for the next minute or so. If perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, prepare to return your focus to your body by wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rolling your wrists and your ankles. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your knees to the ceiling, your heels toward your hips, and to extend your right arm alongside your head, bicep framing the ear. Take a moment here to prepare yourself to move. You're going to prepare, excuse me, you're going to prepare to roll to your right side. So when you are ready, and only when you are ready, gently roll to your right side, letting that right arm cradle your head and neck. Take a moment here on your right side just to reacclimate to movement in the body and the adjustments that need to be made as you move, and then preparing yourself to be upright again. When you are prepared, and only when you are prepared and ready, bring your left arm in front of your chest and use your left arm for leverage to leverage yourself back to a seated posture. As you come seated again, reacclimate to your supports. Find those places that are touching, root down and lengthen. And then as you inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart space and allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. And then as you anchor yourself in your spot and witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to stay here in grateful rest for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please take the echoes of your practice and your gratitude with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day. All right, let's do this.